Welcome to another deep dive into the ancient wisdom that shaped our world. Today, we explore the Sumerians, who are considered the world's first known civilization. Located in Mesopotamia, these brilliant minds not only created the first known form of writing cuneiform, but also laid the foundation for mathematics, astronomy, and even spiritual practices that are still studied today, but their influence doesn't end there. The Sumerians left behind mysterious texts filled with secrets that could unlock answers to questions about humanity's origins and destiny. Stay tuned as we uncover the untold stories of their profound wisdom. The birth of Sumerian civilization. The Sumerians emerged around 3000 BCE in southern Mesopotamia. They were pioneers in creating the first city-states like Uruk and Lagash. These early urban centers were marvels of engineering and organization, featuring complex social structures, advanced irrigation systems, and impressive architecture like the towering ziggurats. But beyond their technological innovations, they also had a deeply spiritual culture. Their civilization was theocratic, meaning religion and governance were deeply intertwined, and the kings ruled under the guidance of their gods. But it wasn't just the physical city-states that made the Sumerians stand out. It was their spirituality and cosmic knowledge. Sumerian teachings and practices. Sumerian spiritual beliefs. The Sumerians had a pantheon of gods, each governing different aspects of life. The head of the pantheon was Anu, the sky god, followed by Enlil, the god of wind and storms, and Enki, the god of water and wisdom. The Sumerians believed that humans were created to serve the gods. Each city-state had its own patron god, and the rulers were seen as divine representatives on earth. Religion wasn't just a private matter. It was part of the state system. With large temples at the heart of cities, these temples dedicated to the gods were centers of prayer rituals and even economic activity. Sumerian practices of divination and rituals. The Sumerians practiced divination, a method of predicting the future or understanding divine will. They used omens such as the behavior of animals or the appearance of natural phenomena to interpret messages from the gods. They also practiced astrology, believing that the positions of the planets and stars influenced human destiny. The Sumerians were pioneers in ritual magic, using sacred texts and incantations to invoke and communicate with the gods. This connection between human and divine was considered essential for maintaining cosmic order and prosperity. Sumerian mystical symbols and sacred geometry. The Sumerians were also experts in sacred geometry. The design of their temples and ziggurats was based on geometric principles, believed to resonate with divine energy. This mystical connection is visible in their use of shapes like the circle and square. Many of their religious texts contain references to these sacred geometries, which were thought to align the physical world with the cosmos. They believed these geometrical symbols could harness divine power and offer insight into the nature of the universe. Thus, the mysterious texts of the Sumerians, the Epic of Gilgamesh. The Epic of Gilgamesh is one of the most important and mysterious texts from Sumer. It tells the story of Gilgamesh, the king of Uruk, and his journey for immortality. The poem addresses universal themes of friendship loss and the quest for eternal life. What makes the epic so intriguing is its connection to the flood myth, which parallels the biblical flood story of Noah. The Sumerian Gilgamesh story predates the biblical account, raising questions about the origins of these shared myths. The Enuma Elish. The Enuma Elish, also known as the Babylonian creation myth, was another vital text. It describes the creation of the world from chaos, with the god Marduk defeating the forces of darkness and creating the cosmos. Although this myth is Babylonian, it's rooted in earlier Sumerian beliefs about creation. The Sumerians believed that the gods created humans from clay, a theme that's echoed in many of their religious stories. suggesting a deep spiritual connection between humans and the gods. The Curse of Agade. The Curse of Agade is a powerful Sumerian text that recounts the fall of the Akkadian Empire. It tells of the divine punishment inflicted upon Naram-Sin, the king of Agade, for his pride and disregard for the gods. This myth not only reflects the Sumerian belief in divine retribution, but also warns rulers against overstepping their boundaries with the divine. It serves as a reminder that human ambition must align with divine will to avoid catastrophe. The Sumerian legacy in modern times. The influence on modern writing systems. Perhaps the greatest Sumerian contribution to modern civilization is their invention of cuneiform writing. The Sumerians began using pictographs, which evolved into a complex system of logograms and syllabic signs. This allowed them to record laws, transactions, and religious texts. Cuneiform was later adopted by other civilizations, such as the Babylonians and the Assyrians, and eventually influenced the development of modern writing systems, Sumerian knowledge in science and technology. The Sumerians made major advances in mathematics. They used a base 60 system, which is still used today, for measuring time angles and geographical coordinates. They also had a remarkable understanding of astronomy, developing the first known calendar system based on the lunar cycle. This ability to observe and predict celestial movements laid the foundation for later astrological and scientific practices. Sumerian influence on Western religion and philosophy. The Sumerians were among the first to explore the relationship between humans and the divine. Their concepts of moral order, cosmic justice, and afterlife would later influence Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. The Ten Commandments, for example, have parallels in Sumerian law codes, showing how their influence on Western religious thought is still present today. Sumerian teachings in the context of modern mysticism. Sumerian view of the afterlife in Sumerian belief. The afterlife was not a paradise, but a shadowy existence in the underworld. This bleak view contrasts with the more optimistic afterlife beliefs of later cultures, yet it has had a significant impact on the spiritual traditions that followed. The Sumerians believed that only by honoring the gods could one hope to find favor in the afterlife, while the rest of humanity would wander in darkness. Sumerian influence on occult practices. Many occult practices can trace their roots back to Sumerian rituals and divination methods. The Sumerians were skilled in astrology, and their knowledge was passed down to later civilizations such as the Babylonians, who refined it into the more structured astrological systems we recognize today. In addition, their belief in sacred geometry and ritual magic laid the groundwork for later mystical traditions, including Kabbalah and Hermeticism. As we've seen, the ancient wisdom of the Sumerians offers a treasure trove of knowledge that still influences us today. Their discoveries in mathematics, astronomy, and spirituality are foundational to our understanding of the universe. The Sumerians were truly ahead of their time, and their legacy still echoes in our modern world. Stay tuned for more insights into ancient civilizations, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more hidden wisdom and deep dives into lost knowledge. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the secrets of the Sumerians. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode of Hidden Knowledge. What do you think the Sumerians were trying to tell us about the nature of the universe? Let me know in the comments below.